welcome to another mathematics presentation. So in this presentation, I want us to answer this question. So the question reads, two boats, X and Y, leave port P at the same time. So point X and point Y, these are the two boats that are leaving the port at point P or at port P at the same time. So X travels on a bearing of 159 degrees. So the bearing of X from P is 159 degrees, which is this one right here. Okay, and Y, this Y travels on a bearing of 215 degrees. So the bearing of Y from P is this one, which is 215 degrees, as shown on this diagram. Okay, so after some time, X and Y are at points such that angle PYX is equal to a 41 degrees. So find the bearing of X from P. So we need to find the bearing of X from Y. Sorry, not T from P. X from Y. So the bearing of X from Y, we are going to draw the north compass on Y right here because it's saying from Y. So this means that in point Y, that is where we have to start from. So once we draw the north from here, so we are going to move now from this north in a clockwise direction until we reach the point or the line XY. So we will move all the way from here until we reach this point. So this is the bearing that we want. Okay, this is the bearing that we want. Now, how do we find this bearing? So to find this bearing, we'll go back to the bearings that we have been given. So once we extend this north, let me extend this north, which is right here. So I know that from this point up to this point, we're having a straight angle, which gives us 180. Okay, so I need to find the bearing, which is right here, so that we use the principle of alternate angles, because we have a north here and another north here. So the angle which is right here will be alternating to the angle which is here. So once we find the angle here, then we are going to find this entire bearing. So we know that from here up to here is 180, and from here up to here we have been given that is 215. So to find the remaining angle right here, we'll just say this 215 degrees subtract 180, because I've said from here up to here it's 180, property of a straight angle. Okay, so to know this remaining angle, because from here to here it's 215, so I'll subtract 215, take away 180. So this will give us 5 minus 0, it's a 5. 1 minus 8, it can't. We borrow, we have 11 minus 8. We'll get a what? A 3. So meaning that here there was a 35 degrees. So the moment you find a 35 here, so this 35, it's equal to this angle right here, because these are alternate angles. We're having two parallel north, okay, and then there's a transversal line passing here. So even here we are going to have a 35 degrees. Now we can find the bearing of X from P, which is this entire angle. X from Y, sorry, I keep on mentioning P. So we just need to add. So we say therefore the bearing of X from Y equal to, so we are going to add 35 degrees plus 41 degrees, and this will give us 5 plus 1, it's a 6, 3 plus 4, it's a 7. So this will give us a 76 degrees. That is the bearing of X from Y. So let us now find the bearing of P from X. So the bearing of P from X. So they are saying from X, on X, that is where we need to draw the north. So we are going to draw our north right here on X. So the moment we draw the north on X, we are going to move from the north in the clockwise direction like this until we touch the line for what? PX or XP. Now from here again, we are going to do this. Remember, angles at a point, okay? angles at a point, if it's making a complete 10 like this gives us a 360. So this one, if you make it a complete 10, is 360. Now it's moving from here up to here. Okay, so the moment I find an angle which is right here, I'll just subtract from 360, and then that will be my bearing for this P from X. So what we are going to do is this. So let's assume that here you have angle Y. In fact, let's not use Y. Let's use Q. We have angle Q. So we are going to say the bearing of P from X. Okay, so we are going to say 360 minus this angle P that I've used, or angle Q. I've said Q, angle Q. So let us find angle Q. So how do you find angle Q? Here there are two ways that you can use. This is the north, again this is the north. So this north and this north are parallel to each other, and you have a transversal line. So if from here to here you have 159, so this angle and this angle, these will be allied angles. Okay, so what I'm saying is this: if you have something like this, you have these two parallel north, okay, then there is a transversal line. So here we have 159, and here I've said we have angle Q. So this angle and this angle adds up to 180 degrees. So what we are going to do is we'll just say Q plus 159 degrees is equal to 180 degrees. So I'm going to say Q is equal to 180 degrees minus 159 degrees. So Q equal to, so this will be 10 minus 9, it's a 1, 7 minus 5, okay, because this I borrowed the 1, so it's 7 minus 5, this will be a 2. So 1 minus 1 is a 0. So the angle for Q is 21 degrees. So I'll just substitute right here, where I'll say 360 degrees minus a 21 degrees. So this will give us, so 10 minus 1, it's a 9. 5 minus a 2, I borrowed the 1, okay? 5 minus a 2, it's a 3. And then 3 minus 0, again, it's a 3. So this is our bearing, 339 degrees. So this is the bearing of P from X. So this is how we can find this answer. If you don't want to use this angle right 159 and this one as allied angles, you can also use the property of saying if you have, we said this from here up to here is 180. So if I've got 159 right here, I can find the remaining angle which is right here, of which I'll say 180 minus 159, you will remain with a 21. So this one and this one are alternate angles. So if you have a 21 here, even here it's a 21. So whatever method that you want to use. So we've come to the end of our presentation. Thank you so much, everybody. Bye bye.